Good morning, evening, day, night, noon, wherever you're at in the world. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a great day. So the Apex Legends collection event comes out today, and it's actually already come out for many of you. It actually released early for whatever reason over on some consoles. So I'm not really sure why that happened. So we're going to talk about that. But also LuLu, another big Apex YouTuber, thinking about quitting Apex or at least taking some time off because they're calling this the worst season ever. And a lot more in today's news as well. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below for the chance on that Valk heirloom. We're actually going to be picking our winner at the end of this week. So now's the time to get in. You'll try to be a finalist, and then I'll put all of the finalists on that spin wheel, spin the wheel, and see who we get. So earlier this morning, as I was waking up, I checked Twitter, as I always do first thing in the morning, to see what's going on in the news world and see what happened. Anything happened overnight. And I saw that Autism Gaming actually made a tweet saying, you know, why is the event already out over on the Xbox? So apparently a bunch of the Xbox players already have the event. It came out earlier today, and I don't really know why. However, there were some people commenting on this like, you know, don't worry, it's not all it's cut out to be. It's not like we're, you know, getting some mere advantage because it's super bugged. And so a lot of you are apparently having the update, trying to play, but it's way too bugged to even play, which honestly makes it worse. I mean, I don't really know if Respawn intended to do this, to release it early and, you know, maybe hope to have a fix, or maybe, you know, spread people out so that the servers don't crash or something. But honestly, the fact that they released it early without saying anything, it makes it seem like it was an accident. And then the fact that it has really bad bugs, it just kind of gives an indication that it's not looking too hot for us. You know, we haven't had really content in quite a while, so it'd be an absolute shame if they released the event for everybody today and the servers just crashed or it was way too buggy to even play. That's definitely not what we want to see. But unfortunately for some people, it's already a bit too late, as LuLu and another, we'll talk about that other, most of you already guessed that from last video, but LuLu was talking about taking a break and basically just quitting Apex, looking for a way out because it's been a repetitive cycle of boringness. And this was a clip actually on her stream talking about possibly stepping away from Apex.
I do want to go to the Apex LAN, but a part of me wants that to be my farewell to Apex. And like not, and be done with it. But I still want to do my throwdowns, so like that sucks. But it'd be hard to. It'd be really hard to completely walk away from it. Yeah. I've tried before, and it's tough.
So as you can tell from the clip, she kind of has been talking about maybe going to the ALGS LAN over in North Carolina and then maybe using that as her farewell event and then not playing Apex anymore. And this is coming after, you know, the patch notes, after the collection event, after the update has been shown. Obviously, she's still not satisfied, and because I'm pretty sure she knows that this stuff will happen again, and it's not just her, unfortunately. So yesterday, and many of you guessed it. By the way, yesterday, everybody wanted to call me out because yes, I was using a controller yesterday, and yes, I did get in a sticky situation, and I had to switch to keyboard and mouse to LuLu body because somebody was watching it and I couldn't get a body shield that I needed, so I had to pull out the keyboard and mouse real quick and loot, and everybody caught me on it. Everybody was calling me out in the comments. You were right, I'm sorry, I just had to do it in the spur of the moment. Okay, anyhow, many of you also guessed the creator I was talking about at the very end of the video, that being none other than Gaming Merchant. So Gaming Merchant is actually a good friend of mine. You know, we've spoken DMs quite a few times, especially about thumbnails and stuff. This guy is the most positive person when it comes to the Apex Legends community. I mean, this guy's never complaining. He's never worried about what other people think. He's always being honest. He's always speaking his mind, but it's usually pretty positive. I mean, he has nothing really to complain too much about Apex, and he made a video just a couple days ago, and it says, "It's time we had a chat." And in this video, he goes through, and one of his biggest complaints that he's talking about, and I've tried to hammer this time and time again within the news, that Respawn really needs to fix this, is that it's taking him too long to get gameplay to use. It's taking him too long to get good footage because pubs are literally just that sweaty. And it's not just him, obviously, that thinks that. I pulled this from a tweet a couple days ago that kind of, you know, gained some traction over on Twitter. It got almost over 2,000 likes, and it says, "There's no more casual game mode in Apex anymore. If you're not playing ranked, you are playing ALGS 2.0. And I don't know what that change could possibly be, but the pubs are way too sweaty for it to be a casual mode." And in Gaming Merchant's video, he basically talked about saying, you know, the same thing. It's way too hard to get stuff to talk about. It's way too hard to get good gameplay because you're constantly having to sweat and try your hardest in public matches rather than being able to simply have a good time. So he talked about uploading less. He said also that like he's experienced some of this in many other seasons, but it's been far worse in this season, calling this the hardest season to play pubs. And he also said said that it's been a recurring issue from the last couple of seasons. So he said he's noticed it going this direction, unfortunately. And so have we. And we've called out Respawn, trying to get them to change. And every time we say something, I talked about this in yesterday's video, every time we say something, yo, skill-based matchmaking is too harsh, we got to fix this, they always come out with some excuse. The problem is with their excuses is it doesn't institute the fact that there's not a problem anymore. There's still a problem. So I don't care what your solution is as to why we're wrong. You have to realize that there's a big issue and you got to listen to somebody. You got to do something soon. You can't just throw out these excuses and say, well, that's not going to work, or that doesn't make sense. And we just have to do it like this because this is the way all games work, right? Well, to be quite honest with you, it doesn't matter how all games work. It matters how your fans feel right now. And most of them feel like pubs are too sweaty. Therefore, a problem is there. You got to do something to fix it. I don't care what it is. It's like gas prices getting unreasonably high and everybody just pointing the finger at each other. Oh, it's his fault. It's his fault. No, it's their fault. No, I can't do anything. It's their fault. No, it's their fault. No, I'm telling you, that solution doesn't make sense. That solution doesn't work. We don't care what you have to say, you stupid citizen. I went to jury duty yesterday and they gave me $30 to be there all day. Bro, that didn't even pay for the gas for me to go there. So it gets to the point where I don't really care whose fault it is or who's got what solution, but something's got to happen. Even though the community solutions are not always the best, I feel like honestly this game would be in a better state if they took the repercussions of the few bad decisions that we make, but also take all the good decisions that we make. So even though we may have faults in some of our solutions and maybe they're not foolproof plans, I feel like in the long run, overall, some of the changes that we would make would overall better benefit the game rather than you saying, oh, well, you're not a game dev, so there's a fault in that solution, therefore we're not going to do it. Like, I mean, you say there's fault in my solution. Well, look at the problem you got right now. So obviously you got some fault too. Speaking of people having some fault, Pav was wrong for this. My man Pav over at Respawn, he actually deleted this tweet, but I screenshotted it before it even happened. And he actually made a tweet replying to somebody with some big eyes. So like the big eye emoji. And this was funny because the actual initial tweet said TF2 update coming soon. And everybody was like, yo, Titanfall 2, are you serious? And then he commented under there saying, what I mean actually is Team Fortress 2, not Titanfall 2. But Pav responded to this with a, quoting the tweet with big eyes. And people were thinking, wait a second, is he just trolling? I'm sure he is trolling here. But some people were wondering if they're going to do like a reboot or if they're going to try to make an update to an old game to make some people happy. So something to look out for nonetheless. Also, PvP saying Gold Knockdown, Self Revive, and Arc Star Stun still not nerfed in the upcoming Apex Legends patch, which obviously is today. I think there's plenty of logical reasoning that they should have been changed years ago, yet we still need to complain about it. And then he also commented, said, not complaining enough. Get it together, Apex community. Start working together. Everybody get together and start complaining again. We need some answers. I know the community is still pretty divided on this. I know a lot of you are thinking, the pros shouldn't be listened to. They just basically get whatever they want. They're the ones that are complaining about Gold Knockdown Shield, not the casuals. The casuals are getting told by the pros that you don't know what you're talking about. They need to be removed because you're not experiencing the issues that we're having with it. So definitely a tricky situation and a lot of interesting topics today. Very interested to hear your comments down below about all of these, and let me know what your biggest gripe is and what the biggest thing that you like about this update is. I'm very interested to see what you guys hate and what you guys love about this update that released today. Make sure to leave a comment, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. You'll also be entered for a chance to win that Valkyrie Loom. And until the next time, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day, and later, Gators.